He who meditates on me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me, undeviated from the path, he or Partha is sure to reach me. Purport. In this verse, Lord Krishna stresses the importance of remembering him. One's memory of Krishna is revived by chanting the Mahamantra Hare Krishna. By this practice of chanting and hearing the sound vibration of the Supreme Lord, one's ear, tongue, and mind are engaged. This mystic meditation is very easy to practice, and it helps one attain the Supreme Lord. Purusham means enjoyer. Although living entities belong to the marginal energy of the Supreme Lord, they are in material contamination. They think themselves enjoyers, but they are not the supreme enjoyer. Here it is clearly stated that supreme enjoyer is the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his different manifestations and plenary expansions as Narayan, Vasudev, etc. The devotee can constantly think of the object of worship, the Supreme Lord, in any of his features, Narayan, Krishna, Rama, etc., by chanting Hare Krishna. This practice will purify him, and at the end of his life, due to his constant chanting, he will be transferred to the kingdom of God. Yoga practice is meditation on the Supersoul within. Similarly, by chanting Hare Krishna, one fixes his mind always on the Supreme Lord. The mind is fickle, and therefore it is necessary to engage the mind by force to think of Krishna. One example often given is that of a caterpillar that thinks of becoming a butterfly and so is transformed into a butterfly in the same life. Similarly, if we constantly think of Krishna, it is certain that at the end of our lives, we shall have the same bodily constitution as Krishna. Om Jnana-timirandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasa nanyagamina paramang purusham divyam yati partanu chintayan. He who meditates on me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me, undeviated from the path, he or Partha is sure to reach me. So I thought this was an appropriate verse for this weekend, which has been a festival of the Holy Name and of Ratha Yatra. So we'll speak a little bit about the meaning of Ratha Yatra and the importance of chanting the Holy Name. Here it is mentioned the importance of remembering the Supreme Lord. So all our activities, in one sense we can say we are preparing for the last moment of life. And that will be a severely difficult situation, the last moment of life. So whatever we can achieve that perfection, or what is that perfection? It can be achieved either by having perfect knowledge of matter and spirit. We can cultivate that knowledge. Etavan yoga sankhya abhyam swadharma parinishtaya. Or by practicing mystic yoga. You can also achieve perfection. It was mentioned here, yoga practice is meditation on the super soul within. So by chanting Hare Krishna, one fixes the mind always on the Supreme Lord. You can also achieve perfection by perfectly executing your prescribed duties, by offering the results to Krishna. It's not enough just to do our duties nicely. I do good things, then everything is okay. Real good things is you have to connect your result of your work with the Supreme Lord. You have to please Him. Yagyartat karmano niratra lokayam karma bandhana. Or else all work will bind us in the material world. So, so work has to be done as a pleasure for the Lord. Svadharma parinishthaya. So if you can do all this, you can achieve the perfection, which is janmalabha param pumsam. The perfection of human life is ante narayana smritihi. So ante means the end, and smriti means to remember, and narayan. So perfection of life is achieved by remembering Narayan at the end of life. Ante narayana smritihi. So, but the recommended path in our age is the chanting of Hare Krishna in order to cultivate that that remembrance of the Lord. So this festival which we had yesterday of Jagannath, Balaram and Subhadra, taking them in a procession. They are the Supreme Lord. You could just, yesterday they came in such a nice car. It was so nicely decorated. This car was like bought 2 days before, it looked like. Completely new and nicely decorated with flowers. So this is Supreme Lord. He should come in a very nice car. And then he should, and he is taken in this procession, which is a very old tradition from Jagannath Puri. And Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, they look a little special. Not like, they don't look like a form like we know Krishna. And this is a long story, how this form came about, because the one who carved the deity, he didn't want to be disturbed. I'm just making very short. He didn't want to be disturbed. And if anyone came and disturbed him during his making the deities, he would stop there. And that would be the deities. So this has happened long time ago. And there are even written down in scriptures, some scriptures that in the West, that Jesus was in Jagannath Puri and saw this festival. So that's 2,000 years ago. So at least so long back, this festival was going on. They have been worshipped for so long. So Jagannath, Jagan means universe, the whole universe that is like a moving. Jagat means to move. So Nath means the master or the Lord. So Jagannath is the master of this moving universe. And Balaram, Bala means strength, Ram means the source of all pleasure. So Balaram is a brother of Krishna. So Jagannath is Krishna, Balaram, brother of Krishna. He gives the strength for us to go to this path of finding enjoyment in spiritual life, so that we need really strength. That strength comes from Balaram. It's not physical strength. It's a spiritual strength. to overcome our material desires, our false ego, our tendency to just enjoy material comforts. So that comes from Balaram. And Subhadra, Bhadra means auspicious, and Su means very auspicious. So, auspicious well-being. So they are the source of all happiness, and they reclaim all conditioned souls. When we bring them in a procession, they look upon everyone. They are my children. They are my parts and parcels. They are meant to enjoy with me. So it's very auspicious festival. If you just see this chariot, you just observe it on such a festival. It's said you will go back to God. And you, or also if you pull it, and what to speak about if you sincerely practice chanting. So it's very auspicious. You're all back. You were all probably there yesterday, most of you. You're all on the way back home, back to God. So we will be eternally together. So this world is a miserable place. Stated in Bhagavad Gita, Abrama bhuvanaloke punar avartino arjuna mamopeta tu kamtina punar janmana vidyate. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that this material world, from the highest planet, Brahma Loka, where Lord Brahma lives, to the lowest Patala Loka, is a place where there is miseries, repeated birth and death. Punar janma navidyate. That's what's going on in this material world. But if we come to Krishna, we will not take birth again in this material world. So when we have first come here to this material world, it means we have come to a miserable place. In Norway, I know there is this saying of, we call it, maybe they call it in Denmark also, Jammerdalen. Huh? Yeah? Jammerdalen. It's a place where you lament. Always lamenting. I didn't get, I want, and so on. So we are in a miserable condition in this material world. Because it's just misery that everything is temporary. We want eternal happiness, but then it's all temporary. So we all our inspiration, our enthusiasm to build up something in this world, and then we are just cheated by old age. So it's a miserable place. So the Lord is very merciful. He has sympathy with all the fallen, conditioned souls. So when he comes in the street, it's like everyone feels this. Everyone can experience this ecstasy. I mean, we distribute books along the side, and we talk with people, and everyone feels it. This happiness, this joy. Everyone starts to smile. Often the challenge is, you can say, for the Lord in one sense, that people don't understand that they are miserable. People are frustrated and miserable. It's just like an animal. An animal does not understand that he is living a miserable life. And many people nowadays, they also think, what's wrong with being a dog? What's wrong with being a bird? I would like to be a bird because a bird is so free. The bird is not free. It's always anxious. who is coming to kill me, and it's always in a state of fear. So this is not a peaceful life. So that people have to wake up to understand that they're frustrated. So those of us who are regularly, we go out to people and approach people and talk with them about, try to distribute them books. We often try to, we hope to, we spot people, and often we spot those people who realize I'm actually suffering because they are a little ready. Most people are not ready for spiritual life. They think everything is fine, everything good, I'm doing okay, I'm enjoying, I have bank balance, I have this, I have that, everything is just great. And if something very miserable happens in their life, they just take shelter of false, illusory things. So what are these illusory things? Deyapatya kalatradishu atma sanyeshu satsopi tesham pramata nidanam na pashati. Even they have a lot of experience how life is miserable. Every one of us, we have this experience how life is miserable. And still, that awakening of human life doesn't come. Why is this misery here? Why is I miserable? This question doesn't come in their existence. So that's animal life. The animal cannot ask this question. They're just suffering. Why am I always afraid? You know why? You cannot do. They cannot work out these questions, but we can. So we can wake up this question. So, but people who they're just too materially absorbed, and they take shelter. If you take shelter, we cannot take shelter of our body. A perfect body, I'm perfect, eating perfectly, all this, that. It won't help. We can't take shelter of it, grows old. We can't take shelter of our family. It's all temporary. Our children, our home, our bank balance, all temporary. We can't take shelter of it. So many people, they take shelter of this, and they don't see what's coming around the corner, the destruction which is coming. They don't see it. So so therefore they think everything is fine. And they don't understand that they're suffering actually. So that's very much like the animals. Yeah, apashati, napashati. They see but they don't see. So that's that's not human life. Human life is to see what's actually happening, what's actually going on, and that's probably why many of you are here. Because you have seen and you have understood that this is not what I want. There is what is wrong. I need a solution. So Lord Jagannath is claiming all the souls. So when we walk there on the walking street, you know, among two-legged animals, sorry to say it, but it's just a reality. But people, many, they will appreciate. They see this one, wow, what is this wonderful festival? So nice, and here I get some food, it tastes very nice, and they hear this wonderful music, which is just so powerful, so enlivening, so much happiness. I think the government here must really like this festival. It's not like Prabhupada said, it's not a window-breaking crowd. So a very nice demonstration. Yeah, so try to wake up people. Arjuna was one of those who woke up. He was frustrated. Why he was frustrated? Because his relatives were on the other side, and he felt like pain very much that to engage in quarrel with his relatives. But on the other side, what made him even more frustrated was that they were so enthusiastic for fighting. So they were like, they couldn't understand how this is suffering, to fight against relatives. So we have to be like Arjuna, we have to wake up to the suffering reality of this world and make a solution of it. So Lord Krishna, he spoke the Bhagavad Gita to exactly a person like Arjuna who woke up. And Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra coming to claiming all the conditioned souls to wake up from the sleeping condition. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, they're sleeping on the lap of Maya. And also these books are very important because many people, so quite a few wake up and understand I'm frustrated. They wake up from that animal state of existence to a human existence. And then they get some little bit interest in spiritual life. And at that point, it's very important that they meet proper spiritual personalities. For there are so many cheaters also. So if one just have a little interest in spiritual life, it's easily to be cheated by so much which is there on the internet. False gurus who can take advantage of other people, their sentiment towards spiritual life. And also, a person who is a little bit spiritually inquisitive, if he's not really honest, he would like also maybe to be cheated. Yeah, because he wants to live in some kind of ignorance and continue to try to enjoy the material world. So one is frustrated, but then because if you accept a real spiritual master like Srila Prabhupada, there is no doubt he's a genuine spiritual master, you have to accept his order. So if we don't want to accept his order, then we are likely to look for some false guru, light solution. But there is no shortcut in spiritual life. We have to take the instructions of the spiritual master on our head and follow his instructions. So with a little intelligence, where do they get the intelligence from? So therefore important when they get these books in their hands and start reading, it can create a great revolution in the heart of them. Tasyaiva heto prayateta kovido. No, not this one. Now there's a verse there in Srimad Bhagavatam which exactly say how this kind of literature, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, are meant to create a revolution in the lives of a misdirected civilization. Because the whole civilization is misdirected and most people are just innocent following. And therefore, those who join Hare Krishna, maybe they're a little fanatical in the beginning. You know, they're so fed up with this civilization, they don't care about it anymore. They don't want anything to do with it. So we just surrender to instruction of the Guru, and but that's because one goes against the current. Most people, they just follow the current in society. Even the leaders, it's like Kali Yuga, just pushing the whole civilization to hell. Slowly going down. And we see that it's just going down, down, down. It's not going up. But now with the spreading of Krishna consciousness, it's a total shift. So it's like a revolution happening. And it's like geniusly orchestrated. Geniusly orchestrated, this movement. With sending a pure devotee, that's the most powerful, because by serving the pure devotee, we need the mercy of the pure devotee. It's by association with the pure devotee that we can get the opportunity to get out of this material consciousness. So Krishna sends the pure devotee and then gives us an opportunity to do a little service to him. So just by joining this Jagannath festival, you're also serving Srila Prabhupada. It's a part of ISKCON mission. Srila Prabhupada himself, when he was just, I think it was maybe 6-7 years old or something, he did a Ratha Yatra festival in his neighborhood. And his father was a pure devotee, so he very much supported it. They made prasadam, and Prabhupada was very ecstatic, of course. So now it's going on in all the big cities. I still have on my list to go to a place where there's that big Ratha Yatras, 3 cars, and I've never been to. But this was a very nice cart yesterday. I was not here when the bicycle was there, but this was pretty prominent. They have the same size as those in Oslo. I think they build a cart also. So Krishna is inspiring this festival. So this Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, they are very merciful, and they had a nice time yesterday. I could see they were very pleased, and immediately we join in that happiness, and everyone else also join in that happiness. So everyone can feel that energy. But when the Lord is pleased, we become pleased. So therefore we distribute this book so that people can come in contact with a pure devotee and get that seed of bhakti planted in their heart. And Prabhupada said if they just read, one page, one sentence, one word, it can change their life. Because the books are so Prabhupada is empowered by Krishna, by Lord Chaitanya, and all this empowerment comes out in these books. So people can wake up to understand that I'm not the body. I'm Anandamaya Vyasat. I'm actually full of bliss. I'm eternal, full of knowledge, full of bliss. The suffering of the material world is still going on. The body grows old. There is death. There is relatives die. Disease. There are 3 kinds of miseries. Miseries coming from our own mind. Somebody said something, criticized you, or body, or misery coming from other living entities, or from nature. These miseries will go on, but if we are situated in spiritual consciousness, always engaged in Krishna's service, we are above this material nature. And that's what Arjuna asked Krishna 2 times actually. How do you transcend the modes? How do you rise above the material nature? What is the symptoms of a person who is transcendental? So how? Mam cha yo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samatichaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. That you have to always engage in Krishna's service. That was mentioned here. Yeah. The devotee can constantly think of the object of worship, Supreme Lord in any of his features, Narayan, Krishna, Rama, etc., by chanting Hare Krishna. So to chant Hare Krishna is service to the Lord. Don't think that when I come here, I fix the flowers, or I wash the pots, or I help cooking, or do the whatever. This is service. Chanting Hare Krishna is service to the Lord. You're actually serving the Lord. It's the best service. And it's purifying the heart. Cheto, darpana, marjanam, vavamahadavagni nirvapanam. So it purifies our heart. It extinguishes the fire of material existence. This is what Lord Chaitanya says in Shikshashtakam. It's a cleansing process of the mirror of the mind. So we want, and Krishna wants, to reclaim all these souls, and that they should start chanting Hare Krishna and worship Him. That's the supreme instruction He gives in Bhagavad Gita. He tells Arjuna, listen Arjuna, I will now give you my supreme instruction. There's 2 places this verse is there. Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mang namaskuru. Always think of me, become my devotee, bow down to me, render service unto me. This is the supreme instruction. Together with give up all kinds of ideas you have of how to become liberated, how to become free of material existence. Just surrender unto me. Sarva dharman parityaja. Mamekam sharanam vraja. So this is what Krishna instructs. This festival in Jagannath Puri, this Ratha Yatra festival, 5,000 years ago, Lord Krishna and Balaram and Subhadra went to the holy place of Kurukshetra. They went there because it was an auspicious occasion. And some from Dwaraka, where they stayed, they went to Kurukshetra. And at the same time, you had the gopis, where Krishna grew up in the Vrindavan, and they all dearly loved him there. So the gopis, they went, or the devotees there in Vrindavan, they went also to Kurukshetra to see Krishna. So this festival of chariot is actually a festival of the Lord longing to be together with his devotees. But mostly they are not together. They were together some few years when Krishna grew up, then they were together. And then Krishna left, and they were never together anymore. They just met there on the Kurukshetra battlefield. So Lord Chaitanya, he is Krishna in the mood of Radha, in this feeling of separation. So this is the mood which is actually there. Lord Chaitanya expressed always when he was always expressing his love for Krishna. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? And sometimes he was in samadhi, in deep inner spiritual consciousness with Krishna. he was with Krishna, and then somebody talked to him from the, he became external, and I was with Krishna, now Krishna is gone. So this feeling of separation is very much part of our sampradaya, to always feel separation from Krishna. I wanted to read one verse from the, which is about the Goswamis of Vrindavan. They didn't express, oh, I've seen Krishna, I know Krishna, I know the books, I'm with Krishna, I'm done. No, they say, He Radhe Vraja Devike Chalalite Hinanda Suno Kuta Shi Govardhan Kalpa Pada Patale Kalindivane Kuta. I can sing it. He Radhe Vraja Devike Chalalite Hinanda Suno Kuta Shi Govardhan Kalpa Pada Patale Kalindivane Kuta. Koshantaviti sarvato rajapure kedai Mahabhavi valau Vande rupa sanatana raguyugau shijiva gopalakau. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, who were chanting very loudly everywhere in Vrindavan, shouting, Queen of Vrindavan, Radharani, O Lalita, O son of Nanamaraj, where are you all now? Are you just on the hill of Govardhan? Or are you under the trees on the bank of the Yamuna? Where are you? These were their moods in executing Krishna consciousness. So these are the moods which they expressed, and which also Lord Chaitanya expressed. Yugaitam nimeshena shakshusha pravishaitam shunyaitam jagatsavam govinda virahenama. He felt like just a moment separated from Krishna. He felt like it was a year or 12 years, a whole yuga. A small yuga is 12 years. Yugaitam nimeshena. Shunyaitam, and shunya means shunyavadi means like empty, there is nothing. So he expressed this feeling of feeling very empty without Krishna. So constantly he was expressing like that, Lord Chaitanya. And this is, he is showing the way of the devotees. Vipralamba seva, serving the Lord in separation. So this is actually ecstatic. It's not miserable condition. Although they can seem miserable, like they're always like dying. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? But it's a deep inner feeling of longing for Krishna, which actually are to be nicely cultivated. So Lord Chaitanya, he have these 8 verses from Shikshashtakam, where he expresses that this is a wonderful process, this Sankirtan movement, wonderful process. It cleanses the heart, it extinguishes this fire, burning fire of material existence. You know, to always be fearful, to be so attached. Attached is also a miserable thing. When you're attached to something, it's just miserable. And anger also, we're so easily attacked by all these things, so we want relief. So relief, we do not find, relief means like liberation or mukti, freedom. We want freedom. But the bhakti process is not a freedom of personal existence. We don't stop being a person. You have an eternal relationship with Krishna. So that relationship with Krishna is not to be liberated from. So this separation from Krishna establishes us in our constitutional position as Krishna's eternal servant, always feeling separation from Krishna. So this Sankirtan process, Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam, Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam Vidya Vadu Jivanam. It increases, it's a life of all we read when we read these books, but it comes to life when we sit together and sing and glorify the Lord, and when we do festivals like this, all this knowledge comes to life. And Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pradipadam Purnamritasvadanam. This ocean of transcendental bliss which we are hankering for, it just increases. So like yesterday, I was happy that the festival was so long, that the Ratha Yatra was needs 4 hours. Then after 4 hours, I think everyone was a little bit tired. But 4 hours was just not. There was just happiness all the time. 4 hours of bliss. So this is Anandam Buddhivardhanam. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and that's the Lord's mercy. We just have to connect somehow. Whatever service is given to you, whatever way you can contribute to this festival, to make it a blissful experience for the Lord, you will feel transcendental bliss and completely rejuvenated like that. So this is what Lord Chaitanya's praise. All glories to the Sankirtan movement. Easy process. Krishna has made it so easy for us. So easy. You don't have to make a complicated sacrifice where you have all the mantras has to be chanted properly. If there's one mistake, it's all, lost. No, you just chant Hare Krishna. There is no hard and fast rules. So it's a very merciful process. We just have to practice a little humility. Practice like Lord Chaitanya, always giving respect to others. Don't demanding respect for yourself. Being very tolerant also. Practice tolerance. It's so nice, these qualities to practice for us. We have a mission in life. Krishna has given us a mission. We have a mission. Becoming a pure devotee. So, Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you very much. So, it's 4 o'clock. Kirtan gone on.